Shalom, shalom. This is Living Holy, Living Holy, 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 Living Holy. I'm living holy. I'm living holy. I'm living holy, holy, holy. All right now. So we're going to start off with and open up with 1 Peter 1:15 through 16. But as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation, because it is written, Be ye holy, for I am holy. So what we're going to start with as well is today we're going to talk about Psalms 15, the whole chapter. And let me read it for you. Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? He that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness and speaketh the truth in his heart. He that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor, in whose eyes a vile person is contemned, but he honoreth them that fear the Lord. He that sweareth to his own hurt, and changeth not. He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor taketh reward against the innocent. He that doth these things shall never be moved. All right. So let's go in here and let's start off with looking at verse 2. He that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness. When I read that, I think walking and working. Those are the two words that stand out for me in this text in verse 2. Walking and working. So that means it's a constant motion. You are working out your salvation with fear and trembling. You are working at being good. You are working it, girl. You are working it, man. You are working at being good. You are working at being righteous. Righteous. What is righteous? Right doing. So it takes work. It's easy to be unrighteous. That's what that's telling me. It is easy to be unrighteous if it takes work and you're working to be righteous. So it's like, okay, what do I do then to be righteous? This Bible is full of what it takes to be righteous, to walk righteously, to walk uprightly. So walking uprightly, it's a constant motion of being on the up and up, of doing the right thing, of watching your conversation, walking it out, not walking with people who are, or standing in the way of sin, is walking with people who are doing evil, fornicating, lying, cursing, cheating, stealing. There's a lot in just little few verses here in chapter 15. So it's going to take work to be righteous. It is not going to be easy. And it says working righteousness. So that means you're putting your hand to the plow. You are minding your business, making it your business to mind your business and leave other people's business alone. That takes work. It takes work not to meddle in other people's business, put your nose where it shouldn't be. It takes work to not gossip. It takes work to leave people alone. It takes work to look at people in a good manner when you don't like them. Actually, it's easier to be evil. It's weakness to be evil. It takes strength because you're working. It takes you. You have to be strong to work. Let not your hands be weak. Let your hands be strong to work and get work done. So it takes work to be righteous. It takes strength to be righteous because you have to mind your business. You cannot gossip. You cannot put people down. You have to leave people alone. You have to look for the best in people, think the best about people. All that takes work. All that takes strength. It's easy. It's weak to be foolish, to be jesting, to say the first thing that comes to your mind, to just be nasty to people. That is easy. That is weakness. That takes no strength at all. You know, some people think because they could flick off on people so easily, they get angry easily, they could put people in their place. They think that is strength. That is not strength, that is weakness, because that is coming from a place of weakness. That is coming from a place of, oh my gosh, I have so many issues. It's so much easier to be nasty to people. It's so much easier to look at other people's faults than nobody could look at mine. It's easier to hate on people, especially people who I have an issue with. Oh my gosh, it's just so easy to be cheesy. It's so easy to be nasty. It's easy to be mean. It's just easy to let the devil rule you. You have to put no work in whatsoever. And that's weakness. And God does not like that. And you will stay right here on this earth dealing with crap, enjoying your father, the devil, because basically that's it. You will not abide in God's holy hill. You will not abide in his tabernacle. You will not be saved, because it takes saving to be in that level, to be at that level. And if you can't control yourself because you're too busy trying to control everybody else, because you're too busy looking down on everybody else, then you cannot enjoy righteousness and walking uprightly. To you, it's fake. To you, it's weak. It's to you, it's unreal. But no, you are the unreal one. You are the fake one. You're the one that can't control yourself, so you are the weak one. All right? Righteousness takes a whole lot of strength. To not, you want to punch somebody in the face, you want to break out their teeth. That takes a whole lot of strength not to. It takes a whole lot of strength to ignore people. That's where the strength comes in. It's to control yourself when you want to drink what you don't want to drink, do what you don't want to do, not do what you want to do, whichever way you roll, or whichever is presented to you at that time. All that takes strength. It takes strength to be good. It takes strength to walk uprightly. It takes strength not to, when people are against one person, and for you to see the good in that person, see the other side, and not to join in and be stupid or be foolish. Oh my gosh, that takes so much strength. It takes so much work. And you have to put your hand to the plow and work it. So it to be good takes work. And I'll just leave it like that. To be good takes a lot of work. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. To be good takes a whole lot of work. It is not easy to be good, It is not easy to leave other people's business alone. It is not easy. No, my dear. No, my dear. It is not easy to walk the good road, to walk the high road. It is so easy to be a mess. It is so easy to just be on the side of wrong. It is not easy to be on the side of right all the time, because then people are not going to like you. People are going to think that you're thinking you're better than them and better than others. So people look down on you when you take the high road. So it takes strength to be yourself, to be authentic, and to take the high road. Okay, if that's authentically you, it takes strength to do that. Because, of course, people are going to look down on you because you're taking the high road. And they want to take the low road. And people generally don't want you to do better than they are. They really don't want you to do better than how they are. Because misery loves company. I'm miserable. You got to be miserable too. And that's just generally how some people are. I'm miserable, so I want you to be miserable, because misery loves company. Okay, so let's go on. He that backbiteth, verse 3, he that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach with his neighbor. Oh my gosh, backbiting. A lot can be said about that, talking about people behind their back, taking gossip and information about somebody, to laughing at people behind their back, talking to them just to pull information out of them so you can have something to talk about because your stuff is not all that interesting or gets old, or because you don't understand somebody because they're being righteous and they don't have all that gossip and stuff. So you're being jealous. So therefore, you're going to go backbiting so you can have something to talk about, and you are the one that have the juice and the gist on that person. That is just so ugly, such ugliness. God does not like that. And you are not going anywhere near his holy hill with that mess. And I wouldn't want to see you there with that mess, because we want peace in heaven. We don't want all that crap going on down here, up there, down here, wherever heaven's going to be, or wherever the new Jerusalem and the new kingdom is going to be. We don't want that in there. I'm saying we because I know I'm going to be there. I'm trying my best. And I don't want to be dealing with all that nonsense on the other side. You know what I mean? No, 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 no. And people just out there backbiting, doing evil to people because they can, especially the righteous. You're in an environment and you're trying to be good. You're trying to do what's right. People are looking at you like you're weak. Meek, does meek mean weak? I'm like, no. Meek does not have anything to do with weakness. You know, you gossiping, you talking about people behind their back. You, when you're in trouble, have to bring everybody else in and throw people under the bus. That's weakness. You take your punishment like a girl, put your big panties on and keep rolling, you know, because trust, everybody has issues. Everybody has issues. So you don't want, people to, bother yourself. Work on yourself. Work on, what is it? Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Don't work out my salvation. God is not going to ask you, um, was she good? Did she hurt you? No, God is going to ask you, did you forgive her when she hurt you? God is going to ask you, how did you treat her? How did you treat her when she had problems? God is not going to, were you messy? Did you backbite? God is not going to ask you, did she backbite? God is going to ask you about yourself. So work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Stop trying to work out other people's, and just leave other people's name out your mouth. Basically, just leave other people's name out your mouth. Unless you're praying for them, then that's the best time to put somebody's name in your mouth, to lift them up in prayer. Other than that, leave them alone and just work on your own self. If you're controlling, why are you controlling? Why do you have a need to control other people? Because you can't control yourself. You can't control your own environment. You're too weak to control yourself. You're too weak to control your home environment. So you got to come wielding power. And just because you can, somebody gave you a little bit of power. Deal with yourself. Deal with yourself. Okay? And leave other people alone. In whose eyes a vile person, that's verse 4, in whose eyes a vile person is condemned, but he honoreth them that fear the Lord. Oh my gosh, there's so many people, because they think the righteous is weak, they try to dishonor them. But God said, no, I'm not for that. And then here in Isaiah, let's look at another precept. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20, it says, woe. And when the God Bible uses woe, you mean serious business. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, and put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter, which justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Woe. Woe to your black behind. Woe to your white behind. Woe to your Chinese behind. Woe to those people who call evil good and good evil, sweet for bitter, bitter for sweet, and who take a reward, who honor the vile and harass the righteous. Oh my gosh. Woe to you. So get your reward. Enjoy your time. Enjoy the little reward and fun you have railing on the righteous. Enjoy it now, because your woe is coming. Your woe is coming, and your woe is sure. So enjoy it now. Enjoy what you're doing, because woe to you. Okay? Just leave people alone. And I'm reminded of, what is it? Psych 101. In Psych 101, you learn projection. People project onto you what they hate about themselves, and then they're going to put you down and harass you for it. But they're really thinking and looking at themselves. So a lot of times I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. Like one girl, she was like, Oh, I know because I was in church. Oh, I know why you wearing those tight dresses and you always trying to show your waistline and just kept bothering me about showing my waistline. Well, good night. God blessed me with a waistline, so why not show it? I was thin, but I had a shape. I was blessed when I got to a size 6 to have a waistline. And why not enjoy it and show it? Because you will not have a waistline always. Once you get to be a woman of a certain age, things just start moving around. So I enjoyed it while I could. But anyway, when she finally lost weight, enough weight went from like a 22 or whatever X, some 15X or whatever X she was, down to a size 14 for 18, then she's 16, and when she got to a 14, my goodness, every dress she could find to show off her waistline that she got one, she had it on. The high shoes, her shoes went from flat to sky high, to hike up the tail, the butt, to show off that waistline, legs, and everything, and hike that butt up. I'm like, oh. So it was wrong when I was doing it, but it was just jealousy when I was doing it, okay? So I know the difference. People, sometimes they're just jealous, so they'll rail on you, condemn you for the things that's in their own heart. So they project onto you what's really in them and the reason why they would do something. Okay? So you really have to know the difference and just make sure you're not one of those. And just make sure you're not one of those who is looking at people badly for what they do because it's something that you really want to do. Okay? Something that you really want to do. But you're looking at somebody else badly because it's something you want to do. And you're going to fault them for doing it. Just go ahead and do what you want to do. Just go ahead and do what you want to do and leave other people's business alone. So let me sum it all up here. So let me sum it all up for you. If you want to make it to heaven, if you want to be in God's holy hill and abide in his tabernacle, you have to leave other people's business alone. Okay, just leave people alone. Basically, that's it. Just leave people alone. Let people do what they want to do. You do what you want to do. You do what's in your heart to do. Okay? And let people do what's in their heart to do. And that's basically it. Don't backbite. Just leave them alone. Don't backbite other people. And don't gossip. Don't be malicious with other people's character. Oh, I forgot something here. Call evil good and call good evil. Honor those that fear the Lord. Honor those that do good. Honor those that walk uprightly. Honor those that do righteously. And don't be swift to work against the innocent. God does not like that. Don't work against the innocent. And don't put out your money to usury, meaning try not to or don't put out your money to usury. So what is that? Charging interest? You want to be careful with interest, charging interest. And especially, to your brothers, to your brothers and sisters in Christ. You want to be careful with that. God does not like that. If you want to lend money to somebody, don't look for it back. Don't lend it unless you can do away with it. So that way, if they give it back, fine. If they don't have it to give back, then that's fine as well. And don't look for you know, charging a high interest rate. You know, just give it. If you want to give it, give it. If you don't want to give it, then keep your money in your pocket and don't say that you have it. But then God does expect us to take care of those who don't have, who are the less fortunate. But don't do it with usury to take advantage and gain in mind, because God will take care of you. Just remember, God will take care of you, okay? And so you just, take care of the fatherless, the widow, and those that don't have, and the poor, which will always be among you according to the word, and you will be blessed, okay? So that's all I have for today. But the main thing is just be careful how you treat others. And if you want to swear by anything, that is in verse 4. If you want to swear by anything, swear by your own name, swear by your own hurt, and then don't change. You're swearing by somebody else's hurt, swear by your own hurt, and don't change from that, okay? That's what the word says. If you want to swear, swear by your own hurt. Don't swear by heaven. God made that. Don't swear by earth. That's his footstool. Swear by your own hurt. And then follow through, okay? So that, hey, if God says, oh, you swearing by my brother, you swearing, and it doesn't work out, you get hurt, not somebody else. I guess that's what that means. But anyway, just be careful in all you do. Just be very careful. Okay? So that is it for today. Do you like my painting? Let me give her some red lippies, or red lippy. Okay. That is it. So I like to end with, and I want to end with Hebrews 12:14. Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man or woman will see the Lord. All right? So our ultimate goal is to see the Lord when he comes back. So basically, you want to do those things that are right and pleasing in his sight. So that way you will get to see the Lord when he comes back for us. Peace.